Come with me to Hong Kong Disneyland. To get there, we caught the metro from the hotel in Mong Kok. We did have to swap lines quite a few times. At Sunny Bay, we swapped to the Disneyland line, which is really cool. The trains have windows that are cut out in the shape of Mickey Mouse. And everything in this train is Mickey Mouse themed. Even the hand grips are Mickey Mouse. I was really excited to revisit Hong Kong Disneyland. It had been 5 years since I was last there in 2019, so I was interested to see how it had changed. We arrived at the entrance about 20 minutes before the park opened, and I could already tell it wasn't going to be a particularly busy day because the crowds, they weren't that big. Time for the castle reveal. This is my favourite part. I stopped briefly to look at the castle, but of course, because the park had just opened, there was a mad scramble to be the first in line for the rides. People were running. It was a little bit chaotic, so I headed straight to Winnie the Pooh because I love this ride. I think it was a great opening ride.
One day in the Honeydew Grove.
If you ask me, he's never gonna reach that tree.
I'm in the mood for food.
First the lid, and now this.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness gracious!
Oh, yes,
We'll
yes.
save you, Piglet. Very wonderful.
After we had bounced around in Pooh's Honey Pot, we headed to It's a Small World. So this one is just a classic. Usually I do this one first, but it wasn't opening until 11 a.m. today. But because it was 11 a.m. when we arrived, we were one of the first few people on this ride. I love this ride. I love the music and all the colours, and I love how different each room is as you pass through. It's such a gentle and easy ride, and I have said this before, but it is emotionally moving. And I loved that Hong Kong had its own little section with a little star ferry that went around. It was so cute. I do feel as though this ride is good value. You get a solid 5 minutes at least of sitting on the ride, which is amazing. We walked through the Toy Story area, which was fun to look at, lots of interesting things. And then we went to Mystic Point because I'm a huge fan of the Haunted Mansion ride. So in Hong Kong, the Haunted Mansion ride is called Mystic Manor. I believe it's for cultural reasons, but I thought it was the same ride.
There's the music box I told you about. I must find my little friend.
The plot of this ride was to follow this monkey that kept escaping. The ride ended up being a bit more hardcore than I thought it would be, and there were quite a few jump scare moments. Kind of like in the Haunted Mansion, we ended up in a room and then we were circling around it, which was pretty cool. It reminded me of the whole Madame Leona thing. So we're currently in Hong Kong Disneyland and we've been on 3 rides so far. So the first one we went on was Winnie the Pooh. We sit in Pooh's little honey pot and go around. It's so much fun. Then we had to go on the classic It's a Small World. Love it. It's one of my all-time favorites. And then we went on Mystic Manor, which is Hong Kong's version of the Haunted Mansion, which I really liked, but I must say it is definitely a bit more intense than the Haunted Mansion in America. But it was good. I loved it. And now we're just in the gardens in the Mystic area. For lunch, we had the Hulk and Captain America burgers. I had a frozen Starbucks strawberry drink just to cool myself down a little bit. We had a bit of a walk around the Frozen area, however, it was packed and I'm not really a huge fan of Frozen. We then went on our 4th ride of the day, which is the Jungle Cruise. I do love this ride. I feel like it's the same at every Disney. It's where you go around and you look at all the animals. I know what happens. Which is a good thing because, as it turns out, all the commentary was in Chinese, so I had absolutely no idea what she was saying. This ride was also more hardcore than America because there was fire and explosions. I was not prepared. After this, it did start to rain. However, we were lucky because it hadn't rained up to this point. So we are currently here in front of the castle. Beautiful, it's a beautiful sight and I never get bored of it, to be honest. We've had a really nice day. So we ended up just doing the 3 rides. By the time that we had lunch and then looked at the wait times, they had gone up. I think they were around 30 to 40 minutes. Did a little bit of shopping and the weather was pretty good for the most part. It's been very, very humid and very overcast, which is good because I am sunburn free, which is always good. But yeah, very, very hot, humid day, as you can tell from the hair. It's just so nice to be here, honestly. It's always so sad when I have to leave, but I do look forward to coming back. And this does mark my 9th visit to a Disneyland park, and I've now done 5 out of the 6 parks. I'm just missing Shanghai, so looks like I'll be going there soon. Also, check out the upper lip sweat. It is something else. It's good fun. Sad to leave. I just love Disney. I cannot wait to come back to Hong Kong Disneyland. Thank you very much for watching this vlog and please keep an eye out for my next video.